Nico Schultz is not particularly happy. Let's see if we can win the title. Why are you putting all that pressure on us? It's not fair, says our leader. Half of our team is for that, though, and the other half isn't for that, so a little bit split here. Honestly, I think we can do it, guys. Come on. Give 100%. That doesn't seem fair, and I've offended everyone. Hey there, gang. Hope you're doing good. It's Joe, back with another episode of Toe to Toe. And this time, I'm doing something a little bit different. With Leicester, I took a club in the relegation form and got them relegated. Last time, I took a club on the way down in Valencia and brought them up. This time, I'm going to take a club that has bottled a title, and maybe we'll try to get them a title. This time around, it's Dortmund FC. Now, in my opinion, bottling a title is a lot like being born with a disability, in that you've gotten so close to being successful, and you just couldn't quite make it over the finish line. And that's why I think Dortmund FC is the perfect stop for me. Uh, they have a pretty great roster. Unfortunately, the save I'm going to be doing doesn't have all of the moves up to date. Jude Bellingham is still going to be there this time around, but I think that that'll only make things more exciting because, like having a disability, Dortmund definitely needs to lean on someone with a lot more ability than they have. And so Jude's going to come in handy here. Let's get into it, guys. And here's the main man himself, Jude Bellingham. As you can see, already just a fantastic specimen. Um, a perfectionist. He's a wonder kid. The way he can get the crowd going, all of these things are going to be a real difference maker for our save. And he's probably the best player we've had in the save to this point. And I think he's going to be someone that we really have to lean on this season. All right, guys, we're going to take a look, introduce ourselves to the squad here. All right, guys, promises. I don't think I'm going to make any promises. Nico Schultz is not particularly happy. Let's see if we can win the title. Why are you putting all that pressure on us? It's not fair, says our leader. Half of our team is for that, though, and the other half isn't for that, so a little bit split here. Honestly, I think we can do it, guys. Come on. Give 100%. That doesn't seem fair, and I've offended everyone. Insulted? Okay. Okay. What are my options? I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. How about if we reach the final? Okay, nobody wants to reach the final of the Champions League. How about if we just be competitive? All right, that's great. That will be competitive. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, now for the cup. Let's see here. Okay, let's dial it down. Let's just try to reach the latter stages. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, code of conduct. Okay, great. Okay, whoops. That went perfectly, guys. All right, guys, so we're going to transition here and take a look at the tactic. You can see I'm kind of piecing together who I want in my lineup and everything. But the idea with this tactic is a 4-2-4. I've not really used anything like this before in any of my saves, but I feel like we have the team that can perform the jobs. And mainly, we're going to be using two advanced forwards, so two very high potential, high pace youngsters to push the back line up. And then we're going to be using Jude Bellingham in sort of that midfield roaming role, take advantage of his athleticism to let him roam around the field, and then really just overwhelming our opponents, pressing high, but not completely burning ourselves out, and really just taking advantage of a lot of our youth and a lot of our speed kind of in the midfield and up front. And I think this tactic is really going to take us to the next level. I'm looking forward to seeing how it does. All right, the offer came in for Nico Schultz. He's out. Parting comments. Nico, thank you for your time. Uh, there's no way I'd come back here while you're still head coach. Rude. What the f... Why would you say such a thing? I haven't even done anything. Okay, bye. We took the money and reinvested it smartly into all three areas of the pitch. First, with loan for Jean-Paul Van Heck at center back. Winger Fabio Carvalho came in on loan from Liverpool, and then we purchased Nicolas Savall to help the midfield for 17 million. Really getting value for money there. Well, we made all the moves we needed to make. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to win the Bundesliga title. Let me know if you guys think I've got a shot in the comments down below. Now the only thing to do is start the season and see how it progresses. Next time we meet, it'll be January, and the World Cup will be finished, and we'll have to make some decisions on how we proceed. See you in a bit, guys. Okay, gang, we're back. It's January, the January window, but it's not actually the January window because it's February 8th, and we're not winning the league. You probably suspected that the minute I took control of the save, but I think it's solidified now. Here's the table. Yeah, not great. Could be doing a lot better. Um, let's get into now. Let's take a kind of look at the season. As you can tell, um, we've had a pretty awkward start. Three straight losses, and I changed the tactic immediately. The 4-2-4 wasn't really doing it for me. So, yeah, I decided to make a switch. And we've really just kind of been inconsistent the entire season. This 4-2-4 that I kind of tried to ram through, very porous defensively. And so I decided why not try to mix that up and utilize the 4-2-3-1, which I think is maybe a little bit more the standard of what Dortmund runs in real life. And it's been sort of a slow burn. In the Champions League, though, we've done very well. We've handled Sevilla to secure the second spot, which I think is what happened in real life. And basically, just sort of a very underwhelming season, especially when we came back. We ended the first half of the season well, but since coming back, it's been a bit of a slog. And as you can see here, the Champions League, we've drawn PSG in the round of 16, so my hope is very limited in that regard. But otherwise, pretty reasonable end of the season, and it's anybody's guess how that's going to go. So here's the new tactic we've been using, the one that just got us a 4-0 victory at Freiburg. A little bit more attacking, a little bit more balanced, and I think this suits the team a lot better. And as we transition over, here's a look at our transfer business. I've highlighted everything. We've had to get rid of some of the old guard. Emre Can gone to Bayern, freed up a bunch of his wages actually to make that move happen. And as well, we've had to let go of Julian Brandt, who was planning to leave anyway. And it was a hard decision to make, but the fact that he wanted to go made it a lot easier. We also moved on from Mats Hummels for 2.4 there. He was a club leader, but the fact that he was on 190 grand a week and barely had any legs left kind of made that an easy choice. And so now we're going to transition over into the signings, and you're going to see them on the screen now. Uh, just depth at every area of the field, sort of the same um, moves I made in the preseason, just to kind of youthen, regress the age of the squad, but kind of upgrade the profile and potential of the squad. So here we go. You're going to see the youngster Mensverek here in the midfield, a very high potential Norwegian talent, should give us a lot of depth to replace Emre Can. And then we have Fran Garcia, the first fullback from Spain, some potential and some quality there. And then we have Kangan Lee, I think a very prolific attacking option to kind of replace the output of Julian Brandt, an exciting option and can play all along the front line and young and can develop as well. And then we have finally Luca Netz, probably the highest potential option there, German, so he'll be homegrown. And just another option there. We didn't have a lot of quality depth at left back, and I think he's going to compete with Fran Garcia for that starting spot. So good additions all the way around here, and I think even though we're struggling in the league, I think we could be in for a strong end of the season there. Well, I think we can all agree. I'm probably not winning the league. Champions League's not looking good either. But I'm still going to continue on to the end of the season. Either I'm going to get fired for not meeting my goals, or I may surprise everyone. Either way, it should be a fun end of the season. I'm excited about the team that I built, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we can turn a page and be successful. So I'll see you guys here in a bit. Well, guys, the news is in. I've been sacked by RB Leipzig. The board called me in after a very frustrating 2-1 home defeat to RB Leipzig, who were top of the table last I looked. And I tried to steer the conversation in a way that would allow me to stay on as the manager without explicitly begging on my hands and knees, or proverbial hands and knees anyway, to uh, stay on as the manager. They did not take the bait, and they said their farewell. There's going to be a nice message here on the screen you can read very briefly. And it's a shame. This is going down as my third episode of Toe to Toe and my second failure. But I actually like to look at this as maybe a good thing. You know, in reality, in real life, Dortmund had a chance to win the Bundesliga title and they fell short. They bottled it, excruciatingly so, in the final game of the season. Just terrible, terrible game. Uh, Here, we were never in contention for the title, no matter how hard I tried. And maybe that's better because now the fans of Dortmund don't have to deal with the absolute utter disappointment of seeing their team fail. Of course, there was a lot to take away from this experience. I think that I was doomed the moment I challenged the team to compete for the title. If you remember, half the team was for it, the other half absolutely shit their pants. And I also don't think it helped that I tried to use a 4-2-4 formation at the start of the season and then frequently changed to a 4-2-3-1, even a 4-3-3 at times. I think that inconsistency didn't help me at all either. And I think it went all downhill from there. And I think proceeding to sell a lot of the club favorites definitely didn't endear me to the fans or the club either. And so this was sort of a cursed chalice in a lot of ways. But I'm confident in Dortmund, and this would normally be the part where I kind of start to think about, well, how's the team going to look in 4 or 5 years? And to be perfectly honest with you, I think Dortmund's going to be fine. I think in real life they just agreed to sell Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid for 130 mil, so no real need for me to take a glimpse into the future because I know Dortmund's going to be competitive in the Bundesliga. Especially you look at some of the players I bought, they're going to be fine. And I'm not too worried about Dortmund's future. They're probably the best team I've taken over as far as, you know, club structure and foundations are concerned. So no glimpses into the future for them. So that's it, guys. My third toe-to-toe. I went toe-to-toe with Dortmund FC, or Borussia Dortmund, and I failed. I'm looking forward to seeing what your guys' thoughts are on all this. If you have any recommendations for the club that you'd like to see me tear down or improve next, leave me a message in the comments below. I appreciate the feedback. It means a lot to me and encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. They're kind of silly, kind of fun, and I enjoy making them. And that's all for me. This has been a Toe to Toe. I'm Joe, and see you in the next one, guys.